Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krieger, and this is Off Bravo, and today we've got the Legacy United We Stand Autobots collection. That's pretty neat. We move AB out of the way. We got Jazz, Sunstreaker, Trailbreaker, Wheeljack, and Hound in here. That's pretty neat. We just got the logo on top, the clip on the bottom, 3 faces there, the other 2 faces there with the legalese. We flip this open. And there's our guys. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and get these guys out and do some comparisons. Alright, first up we're looking at Jazz. Now this is the one that came out of the pack, and this is our Studio Series 86. Pretty much alike, it's just these, they went with the animation light gray instead of the silver that we got for the 86. So the 86 is kind of a upgraded version, like this was the kind of intent, where this is what they did in the actual animation, because the animation is a little simplified. And you also see that it has the simplified animation emblem on it compared to the more defined one that we have on the 86. So this is more animated accurate. This is what they intended to do with the animation. You actually got to, like this is also picked out. Its symbols clearer. Otherwise, that's about it, besides the windshields being painted in and the stripes being different. Yeah, so not too bad. Actually, I didn't flip these down from taking it out of the package. Alright, there you go. Now you can see both of them. So yeah, a little bit more detail on the legs here, so I like that. So yeah, they're pretty close. Let's look at their vehicle mode. And here we have the Jazzes side by side in vehicle mode. You can see the differences here. Clear plastic and blue. A lot of the stuff we saw in vehicle mode or in robot mode. Not a whole lot different. A little bit added, a little bit taken away. Overall, really, nothing we didn't already see in robot mode. So, not really a lot to talk about here. So, yeah. Let's just go on to final decision. So, is this new IDW G1 Jazz? Yeah, it could go either way, really. This is closer to the animation because it's more simplified. This one is, got the silver instead of the gray, so it might look a little better. There's a little bit more detail on the rims with that, so... But really, it could go either way. It's really your own personal preference at this point, because they're the same mold, slightly different paint. I'm probably going to go with the one that came with the pack, just because I'm starting to collect the ones that have the blued-in windshields. So, yeah. I didn't even really check to see if this was... Oh no, they actually did white plastic, so this is actually going to be sturdier in the long run instead of having just clear plastic back there. So, there is one pro over that you'll have with the box set versus the 86. Alright, let's go on the next one. Next up, we got Sunstreaker, and there's one major difference here between the original release and the box set release. Yes, they gave him a gun in this one. Instead of just relying on the, use your tailpipes as a gun. No, they actually gave him a legit gun in the box set. So, originally I was just buying this box set for Hound, honestly, but we actually got some extra stuff in here that makes it kind of worth it. So, otherwise, they're the same, blue instead of clear. A little bit more detail picked out on the arms. I like that. And stuff right there, blue instead of clear. Otherwise, and I actually think I like the yellow on the new one a bit better. And the kind of faded and more animation accurate Autobot symbol. So that's pretty neat. I mean, not too much to talk about, just he added a gun. Alright, let's look at the vehicle mode. And here we have the Sunstreaker in its vehicle mode. Looks pretty good. One thing I will say, with using the lighter color for the windshield, you can see the design gap here, where you didn't see it as much with the dark blue plastic, transparent plastic. It's much more obvious here that they had a design gap there they couldn't fill. So, yeah, it's really the only complaint because I really like the added details. Go ahead and move the accessories out of the way just so you can see how much of a change they made on the back end here. You can see they added a ton of detail back there. I like that. And since we didn't get spoilers for the original, I think they painted this to kind of imitate spoilers. So I appreciate the effort. So, yeah. But otherwise, we actually got our Autobot emblem on the hood. So that's good. Nice that the blacks are grays, like in animation. They did have a little bit more detail right there just because of contrast, but I still like the colors of this overall. Everything looks the same underneath there, just grays for blacks. Yeah. Not a whole lot more to say about that. I just think this looks a lot better, a lot more detail, and a lot more contrast added to it. So, yeah. All right. We'll put these back on. Plus, you get a gun. Look at that. All right. So, let's go on to our deliberation. So, is this our new IDW G1 Sunstreaker? The IDW is, of course, going to still be the classics, so that's never going to change because they literally took the classics mold and just drew it in the comic. So for G1, I've got to hand it to the box set. I think the gunmetal gray, the color of yellow, the symbol, adding the gun, the box set is so much better than the original release. So our new G1 Sunstreaker is the one from the box set. I was not expecting that. I just really like the color change, and I think this screams a lot more animation Sunstreaker than the original did. All right, on to the next one. Next up, we got Trailbreaker, and he's really shiny on the chest there. There we go. That's right there. There you go. You see, they went with more of a gray than the black of the original issue. Of course, like I said, the more animation, Autobot symbol like the others, the blue instead of clear. The gun got picked out where this one was black. This one got picked out in the silver with the force field generator. And overall, I think it's a lot easier to see all the details with the box set version than the original here. We'll give him a spin so you can see. They adjusted the stripes on the back there. So you can tell that the original issue is more to the toy colors, where this one is more to animation. So, yeah. So not really a lot to talk here, just some color change. All right, let's look at the vehicle mode. And here's our Trailbreakers in vehicle mode. And you can see, like I said, this looks a lot more like the G1 toy issue with the details, where this looks like the details from the animation, where they simplified a lot of the stripes down to this. The simplified thing that we saw in insignia we saw in robot mode. We do still have picked out lights here where they're just painted. So kind of like Jazz though, I mean, we don't have as much clear plastic. You know, it's the same for all these since they don't have to have clear plastic, they didn't use it. So in the long run, this box set should be a lot sturdier than the originals. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot to talk about. It's the same thing, just recolored. Grays for blacks. All right, let's go to our final deliberation. So, is this a new IDW G1? Well, kind of like Sunstreaker, there's already a definitive IDW Trailbreaker with the T30 mold, so that's never going to change. But for G1, I think we go with the box set again. I like it's the gray, which would represent black in the animation, so it would probably be black in real life, but I like it this way. I can see a lot more of the detail with the gray, and overall, and I liked having the gun picked out, so yeah, the box set is our new G1. All right, let's go on to yet another one. Next up, we got Wheeljack, and like with Sunstreaker, you actually got a gun with him. So we have a gun, and I think this came from Elita 1. So, but you got a gun. You got a shoulder launcher. So, and you can see some drastic deco changes. Mostly because this is a lot of just the Diaclone issue, because you can see like all the extra detail on here that they wouldn't put in the animation. So this is more the G1 issue or Diaclone coloration, where this is what they did in the animation, which is much more simplified, so that the animation can be kicked out quicker. And I can't really tell if this is yellowed or faded, or that this is just so bright white it makes this one look, beige in comparison. So yeah, besides gun, not, and just complete deco change. Nothing extra. It is a lot easier to see that they molded from the opposite direction with the fists. A lot easier to see with the box set than the original issue, but that's about the only detraction I see, and that's kind of a minor thing, and that's just how they molded it. All right, let's look at the vehicle mode. And here we have Jackie in his Lancia mode, and he looks good because this Lancia it's just a really cool looking car. Very 80s. I mean, it's just so cool. Anyway, you can see very much simplified from the G1 Diaclone type of deco. So yeah, this is more what you do with the animation, because you don't want to be drawing a lot of stuff if you're making a lot of frames. So yeah, it looks a lot more like the animation. This is better if you want something that looks like an actual car, or like the actual one that they took from the 80s. But this is more what the animation looked like, because they kept it simple. So, yeah. Not really a whole lot to say. Comes with the gun. You can mount up here. You can mount the gun back there and swap it with his shoulder missile. Yeah. Yeah, not much more to say. Let's go to our final decision. Yeah, I just realized, since, this came from Elita, Sunstreaker's gun came from Elita too. So they just took the Elita 1 Earthrise guns and did a gray plastic version and stuck them in with the box set. So, but still, it's neat that we got some extra guns for them, instead of just an exhaust pipe and shoulder cannon. But anyway, is this our new IDW G1 Wheeljack? Sure, why not? It's definitely more animation accurate. If you still have this one, is it worth it upgrading to this for the box set? Probably not, but if you bought the box set anyway, I'd go ahead and upgrade to the animation accurate Wheeljack. All right, let's go on to our last one. And last up, and the one we bought the set for, is Hound. And this looks really good, which I thought it would. Especially after we reviewed Detritus, I thought this would look really good in the Hound colors, and it does. Here's Detritus, just so you can see the comparison and how much they picked out in paint and how much they didn't change. Just straight up deco. So, yeah. Not a whole lot to speak. So everything he can do, Detritus can do, Hound can do. So, yeah, not a lot to talk about here. Bring out the Siege Hound, which has been our Hound so far. And as far as animation accuracy, yeah, this blows the Siege out of the way. This is just a heavy retool of the Siege. So there's some similarities, but they did clean it up a lot. The head sculpt is different. Pretty much everything's different. I mean, the arms might be the same. I mean, that might be about it. Probably whatever I said in the Detritus video is going to be same here. So, turn around here. You can see the coloration is definitely a lot more a lot closer to the animation than the Siege. So, yeah, that's about it. All right, let's look at the Jeep mode. We got Hound in his Jeep mode, and he looks really good. Looks like the G1. Very heavily modified, just like we saw with Detritus here. Give you a spin to see how much was changing color. Everything is the same. There's like little smuts on like all of these, but anyway, Yeah, same as Detritus, just completely repainted. And really, just the one Autobot symbol. That's really about it. That's the only one really got on him. So, not too bad. We got the Siege version here, and you can see the Siege is more of a SUV, where this one is a Willys Jeep. This one I think is a lot better scale than this one is. This would be like a lot smaller person. This would be an actual bigger vehicle. They have the same size seats because that's, you know, repeat part, but you get the idea. So we did get, you know, less accessories by one, and of course I had to 3D print this missile to stick in there. So yeah, that's about it. That's about all for the Jeep mode. It rolls, everything rolls, so yeah, nothing more I can say about it that I didn't say about Detritus. So let's roll on into our last decision. So is this our new IDW G1 Hound? Most definitely G1. This is G1 to a T. This is definitive G1. I've got no complaints to say otherwise. So this will be your last Hound that you buy for Chuck. As far as IDW was more of a spiffed up version of the Classics Hound. So you could, you know, customize or something, get there. You might say that the Siege is closer to IDW, maybe. Yeah, I just use the box hound. So use your box hound for the IDW Energy one, and like I said, he's the primary reason why you buy this box set, because this is the only place he's available, and we don't need to have that hair there. How long has that hairball been there? Anyway, all right, let's wrap this up. So overall, do I recommend this box set? If you don't have these figures already, most definitely, because these are really good molds and pretty good and good representations of all these characters. Overall, do I think it's worth it? I think so. I think we've got really good paint jobs that I think you could justify replacing the figures on your shelves. I bought it for the Hound, I'll admit that, which is, you know, the worst price for just one figure. But overall, I like the quality repaint of all the rest, so I think that made it worth it for the box set. So, thank you for joining me today on the AB Scout Project. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.